and welcome to the Ham Radio Guy News broadcast. Bringing you a breaking story here I got this evening about 10:30 from an organization of NARA, the National Amateur Radio Alliance, and I want to share this with you. So let's go to this story right away. I think I'd kind of previously recorded this when we had some audio issues, but hopefully it's working better now. And so this story is coming out as an immediate press release from NARA. The National Amateur Radio Alliance celebrates the FCC's decision to expand amateur radio access in the 60-meter band, providing operators with valuable new spectrum for experimentation, communication, and public service. The FCC has allocated new continuous 15 kilohertz to the amateur radio service band. Now that's the 60-meter band, and that's not really a new allocation, kind of. So they took the middle channel of the 60-meter band, was channel 3, and expanded that out further. So we still have it. We didn't lose that one. They just expanded it and made some changes to it. So in the 60-meter band, you get 100 watts out. And, now the new allocation for this 15 kilohertz band expansion is for 9.15 watts effective radiated power. So a great place for QRP operators. And the existing 4 channels will retain their current 100-watt ERP power limit. This ensures operators continue to have robust capabilities for emergency communications and longer distance contacts. The 60-meter band offers exceptional propagation characteristics that fill a critical gap between the 80 and 40-meter bands. This comes from the 2015 Worldwide Radio Communications Conference. So I'm not sure why it's taken over 10 years for the FCC to put this together, but the expanded 5351.5 to 5366.5 kilohertz allocation stems from the 2015 World Radio Communication Conference held in Geneva, Switzerland, when the International Telecommunications Union adopted a worldwide secondary allocation. The FCC regulations, adopted a worldwide secondary allocation of 15 kilohertz. So this global decision was intended to harmonize 60-meter privileges among many nations and create a more uniform band for experimentation, emergency communication, and propagation studies. Canada implemented these world WRC 15 provisions into its amateur radio service in 2023, and it's not until now the FCC is finally adopting this in 2025 for international standards and practices, recognizing the value of global harmonized spectrum for amateur radio communications. So this is a great space for QRP, absolutely correct. This will be combined with the modest power limits, makes this space a great playground for experimenting with efficient low-power HF communication, and whether exploring propagation, testing antennas, or refining operating techniques, QRPers should find this band particularly suited to experiment and skill development. Now, this is one thing they do say, important regulatory note. We want to note that these rules are not in effect yet. So this has to go through Congress first. And then after that has been done and it's been posted, there's another 30-day waiting period that must take effect first before this is actually considered effective. So I'm not sure when it goes to Congress and how long that 30-day period, obviously 30-day period, but when that will begin. So as of currently, all rules are still in effect. This is not active at this point. I want to make sure that's clear. And so you've got to know what your operating privileges are. And again, this is limited to the 60-meter band for those that are able to do that. And once the effective date arrives, operators should carefully review the updated regulations to ensure compliance with power limits, emission bandwidth, license class registrations, and other requirements. So this is a great spot for amateur radio. It does give us a little bit more band. It sucks that they took some of the power away, but it is cool that we do have that and get to play as Canada has done for a couple of years now. And this is definitely a positive development for the amateur radio service, and we look forward to new opportunities. NARA says this will change, that will bring for experimentation, communication, and public service in community buildings. You can see more of the information here at the FCC attachment in this document. And as always, NARA remains committed to monitoring FCC proceedings and keeping the amateur radio informed about regulatory important developments. So as well as here, we'll always bring you the latest news as soon as we can find out about it. And that's why I'd like you to subscribe and like to this channel and find out when all the information goes live. And I can break the latest news to you and bring you the latest news when it happens. Here from the Ham Radio Guy, here you heard it first, and hope that you found this educational and informative. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll catch you next time. 73 W0 MET.